Last time we talked about Liu Bang release, which stirred up trouble in Honor of Kings, turning it into a chaotic world filled with motorcycle gangs. Now, today this hero, well, let's just say, the end of Honor of Kings is near, because she has a skill just like Dyadia Ultimate Monkey Clingy Spirit, which lets her cling to her enemies or teammates. With her arrival, we now have the ultimate circus cycling.
Get out of here. Get out of here, man. I'm fine.
Plus, she can steal gold from enemies, making her become a goblin in Honor of Kings. Become a pretty banker in Honor of Kings. I'm sure she'll become your new favorite hero. Introducing Dyadia. She is mage support, Ogren wife, and Dyadia bestie. That's why they both have monkey clingy spirits. In this video, I'll walk you through all her skills, items built, arcana, and gameplay. So let's cut to the chase and jump right into it. At first glance, her skills may seem complicated, but don't worry, I'll break it down for you. I promise that by the end of this video, you'll fully understand her skills. Actually, this hero is pretty easy to play. Let's start with Dyadia's passive, Melodic Swing. Her passive is a bit like Mai Shiranui. When her energy is full, she gains an enhanced basic attack. Dyadia swings forward, displacing and knocking up enemies, then jumps back, which can increase her survivability and even let her pass through thick walls. Yep, she can jump through walls just by clicking a basic attack without click your movement wheel and kick the pig's ass. That's all for her passive. Easy, right?
Yeah, it's true.
Now let's talk about her first and second skills. Yes, you heard that right. We'll cover both skills at once. Just remember one thing, her first and second skills are like Ming, one is for our teammate, and the other is for enemies and minions. Let's start with her second skill. When cast on enemies, it deals damage over time, and the final hit explodes. Similar to Sunbin, first skill also will explode. But here's the twist, Dyadia's skill has a second cast. You can target the same enemy again or another enemy. Let's say you output to different enemies. If the two enemies are close together, their speed will be reduced. If you hit the same enemy twice, you'll cling onto them, making them feel shy, and suddenly immobilizing them for 1 second and dealing damage over time. During this period, you can jump off by moving your wheel.
Copy available. Authenticity guaranteed.
While clinging, the enemy's damage to you is reduced by 25%, and your passive cooldown gets shortened.
Once you're caught in love with it, you'll feel the pain.
So what's the early game combo? Start with your enhanced basic attack to knock back enemies, use your second skill twice, and then follow up with another enhanced basic attack. If you time it right with your teammates, you can easily grab first blood. But my marksman, Alessio, doesn't want first blood. There's one important thing to note. Every time you hit an enemy with your second skill, they deduct 10 gold. If you use both casts, that's 20 gold. But if they kill you, they get all their gold back. If they kill you by assisting, the enemy can only take back 50% of gold. So remember, use the second skill often, but die less. And watch the enemy's money flow into your pocket. Just don't die too much in the early game, as having more gold will help you snowball. But when does the game come to a late game? No need to care about gold taken back by the enemies, because everyone's become millionaires already. Once you understand her second skill, her first skill will be easy to understand. It's the same concept, but everything is reversed. You can cast it twice, but on allies instead of enemies. While the second skill deals damage, the first skill heals. If you cast it on 2 different teammates, when they stand close together, they gain movement speed and extra healing. If you cast both on the same ally, they get even more healing and a longer movement speed increase. Plus, you'll cling to your ally and heal yourself. Oh, and you'll also gain 20 gold. All gold will be combined bank into your bank account. Besides that, just like with her second skill, each heal reduces her passive cooldown. For the healing amount depends on your items. If you purchase all magical items, your healing will be more amount. Just like Cayenne. Here's her recommended build in Arcana, which is semi-tank with some magic damage. Now you know Dyadia's first and second skills. Simple, right? So does any clever caffeine know what are the combo skills in the early game before level 4?
How? Hold on, bro. How?
Here's a fun one for those of you who like to experiment. Use your second skill on an enemy, then cast your first skill on your one teammate. Now, use your second skill second cast to cling onto the enemy, knock them up with your passive, and jump back to your teammate with your first skill. It's like an enhanced monkey clingy move. Urea could really learn a thing from Dyadia. Now that we've covered her first and second skills, let's talk about her ultimate. It's not hard to understand too. When you output it, it applies the first layer of both your first and second skills to enemies and allies. The formula for ultimate will be ultimate equal to first plus second skills. Say, like, this will be easy to understand, right? Continue with clicking your second skill. It will direct cling onto the enemies, and if you click back the first skill, it will direct back to your teammate. If you output the ultimate after using your first and second skills, it enhances the healing and damage as well as the immobilization effect. It also has a unique passive of her ultimate. The power of her ultimate is affected by the gold she's accumulated during the match. If you have 100 gold, your ultimate healing and damage increase by 100 points. Simple, right? I would say there is no combo skills for Dyadia after level 4. It depends on the situation. Once you output your ultimate, you can cling onto the enemies for a while and direct back to your teammates. This will be common. That's it for Dyadia skills, items build, Arcana, combo skills, and gameplay. Now that you know everything, get out there and give her a try.
Reuniting broken pieces leaves no regret. Blood.
I hope this hero can faster come out with her first new skin. I believe it will be very pretty. Looking forward to it. As Season 7 is starting, new season, new spirit, and time to dominate the battlefield with Dyadia. If you found this video helpful, feel free to like and subscribe. See you in the next videos. Bye bye.
Thank you.